Hey Vicky, it's JK, John Kenny. I'm here with Raquel at the townhouse, and so I was explaining to her what I do when my buyer is not with me. Is I just walk through very organically. I'm still standing in the entryway, so I'm seeing it real time, just the same way that you will see it. And we'll do this video, and then I'll do a separate video for outside. No real surprises from where I'm standing so far. We knew that the carpet was going to need to be cleaned to replace this, looking a little bit more like replacement, I think. And we knew that there was some older wallpaper and some paint work that needed to be done. But Raquel and I were just joking that we know a good guy named Gio who can probably tackle it. It has more room than I expected, based on what I've seen so far. The kitchen cabinets look great. Some of the appliances are a little older. I don't know what's important to you in terms of finishes.
Oh, you're fine.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if you had feedback about
Oh,
that.
no, I know. I'm not saying anything.
Okay. And it does not have a refrigerator, so the refrigerator needs to come with you. Microwave looks good. Dishwasher's, maybe middle-aged, but we'll get it inspected and see if it works. Just so you can keep your bearings, that's where we came in. We just made a circle through the dining room and the kitchen. And there's the basement. Here's laundry on the first floor, which is excellent. Excellent to have it up here. You don't have to go down the basement. You don't have to go down 2 flights of stairs. And then off the back, we have the family room, or the great room. It does open to a loft upstairs. Nice high ceilings, skylight. There's going to be a lot of really good light, particularly in the mornings over here. There's a little bit of water damage as we look here and along that wall. What I'm not seeing is water damage near the skylight. I think I told you this morning that my dad was a home builder, and he used to joke that there are 2 kinds of skylights, the kind that leak and the kind that are gonna leak. So this one's not leaking, but we need to have this investigated, and it's even deteriorated behind this curtain just a little bit, so water's getting in, or was getting in. Sometimes you can tell if the wetness is new or old, and I think that this is a little bit older, but there are a few spots that also make me think it's new, where it's that grayer color and not the brown color. If you go forward with it, when you have the inspector come out, he will take a look at the roof. He'll get up there and walk on it and tell us exactly what to think. And when we get outside, we might have some more ideas as well. Just again, so we came in there, we made that loop. Now we're in the great room, and then if we turn left, this is great. There's a little sitting area. And then 1 bedroom to the back. Just want to point this out to you that this room is not lit by a ceiling fixture, it's lit by lamps. So some of these switches are going to be operated, or some of these plugs will be operated by the switch. But it is a good sized room with a nice walk-in closet. Light bulbs burned out. So this is the first floor master suite, because there is a door here, so you can close this off, and then here's the bathroom. So this is our full bath on the first floor. And everything in here looks good. I like to look at the ceilings over showers, but this looks pretty good. And I think the floor in here could be cleaned up pretty easily. The grout's a little stained, but I think a good scrub would take care of it. There's a pantry in the kitchen. We have a coat closet here in the hallway. And there was another coat closet next to the front door. Excuse me, garage. 1-car garage with an opener. And it's a big enough garage for a normal sized car, so that's good. Even a generously sized car would fit in here. We'll go upstairs. So we're at the loft area, we're looking down. This really gives it a nice open feel. The carpet up here is in a similar condition. Here's one of the other bedrooms. This one is lit by a ceiling fixture, so that's one difference from The master. Not that you'll need it, but there's the attic access, just in case you ever do need it. Plenty of closet space. And then we go across the little loft walkway. It's huge. Here's the other upstairs bedroom. Equally spacious as the other one. Plenty of closet room. And the second bathroom. It's not bad. You know, some little things, new shower heads would go a long way in here. Really go a long way. And then we even have more storage. So there's this very big walk-in closet. It's not connected to a bedroom, but it's right off the loft up here. So a very big, very deep walk-in closet. Plenty of shelving, plenty of rods. You can bring all the clothes you own and probably still not run out of room. So it's nice to have all this space. And then we will go down to the basement and see what we can see. That's also nice to have that light coming in through the staircase. There's another water spot and entry. This is interesting. They have two thermostats. They're clearly both a little bit older. Actually, I think this top one is a humidistat for an old humidifier. Probably is not functioning at this point, would be my guess. And then there's the thermostat for the AC and heat. And it's nice and comfortable in here. Basement. There it is. I don't worry about floor cracks so much. Kansas City area soil is really dense and clay, so when it rains it swells, when it dries out it shrinks, and actually the basement floors in modern construction are meant to move just a little bit. They're actually poured separately from the wall, and you can even see in a few spots a little gap between the wall and the floor, and that is to allow for that heaving is what it's called. When we were outside I was worried that we'd find this in this corner, and there is a little bit of a crack here in this corner. I don't know what that means for the, in terms of repairs. There's a horizontal crack here, and then these two diagonal cracks in the corner. I would recommend, if you move forward with this, to have a structural engineer look at it in addition to the regular whole house inspector. At a minimum, I think they're going to want to put some braces on these walls. They might recommend, that would correct the lateral movement, the side-to-side movement. If there's any vertical movement, up and down movement, they might recommend some piering or something else, but that's for them to say. I'm not qualified to say that, so I'm just merely speculating on things I've heard before. And this cracking pattern continues. So here we are, we're under the fireplace, and we have a diagonal crack here, and then starting in this corner, we have some cracking on this wall. What I cannot tell with my, just in plain sight, is if there's been any movement. Sometimes they'll come in and say, just put some epoxy on it, seal the crack, and then take care of your grading outside to prevent anything further. But again, that's for the engineer to say, and he will tell us exactly what to do. And once we know what it needs, we can estimate that fairly easily. I've done enough to where I can tell you, vertical beams cost $300, piers cost, I think around $1,100 or $1,200 these days. But once we have that information, we can estimate it without even talking to somebody, and get a ballpark figure on it. The other thing is, once it's fixed, it's better than new. Those reinforced walls with those big steel I-beams on them are extremely strong at that point. Electrical panels are kind of like books. You don't know what's going on. This one looks good from the outside. If you move forward, the inspector will get in and he'll take the cover off and make sure everything inside looks good. not that old. It's also kind of, you know, same as the electrical panel. It's kind of like judging a book by its cover, but this looks pretty new. It's old. That note is old. There is some, I can't tell if it, I think it's combustion product. Here's the hot water heater. Inspector will tell us what's going on with it. And I'll try to snag a manufacturer date off of it. If I can find it quickly, I'll do it. If not, I'll get it before we leave. They usually last, these days, around 10 to 12 years. We used to be able to squeeze, you know, decades out of them, but you know how it is. Yeah, I'll find that date a little bit later. Otherwise, you know, doesn't look too bad. It's not the best basement I've seen, but it's far from the worst. It's far from the worst. We're gonna go outside and do another video and see what it looks like out there.